Today is Monday, 12 p.m., and as promised, you are getting some hair content. Come sit down and have a glass of wine with me as I dive into the time I quit doing hair. I'm also going to dive into why I became a cosmetologist, when I became a cosmetologist, where and how long I've been a cosmetologist. This is one of my favorite wines by Barefoot. It's called the Fruscato, and it is the peach flavor. It is so nice and sweet and refreshing. Ooh, I can't wait to drink some of it. Do you have your glass of wine ready? Come on, have a seat, have a glass of wine with me as I dive into the topic. What's up, my shady bells? It's your favorite here, Dr. Tish, and welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. That's right, guys. Welcome back to my channel. So, as I stated earlier in this video, today I'm going to be telling you guys why I decided to become a cosmetologist, when I became a cosmetologist, where I got licensed, and how long I've been a licensed cosmetologist. So let's go ahead and get right into it. This is good. Y'all, I love me a sweet wine. That's probably why I can't lose weight the way I want to, because anytime I drink wine, or even, some type of alcoholic beverage, I always have to have like a sweet taste to it. And I know that drinking like sweet wine and chasing my liquor with juice and stuff like that, that's sugar. But that's just the taste that I like. It is what it is. Anyway, let's talk about why you guys are here. And you are here because you want to know, Tisha, why did you decide to become a cosmetologist? When did you get licensed? Where did you get licensed? How long have you been licensed? And things of that nature. So I knew that I wanted to be a cosmetologist ever since I was a little girl. I'm so serious when I tell you guys that since I was 5 years old, in the kindergarten, I knew that I wanted to be what we used to call a beautician. We used to call it a beautician. But the technical term or the technical name for it is actually a cosmetologist. But as a child, I used to always say, I want to be a beautician when I get older. I want to be a beautician when I get older. So back then, when I was a small child, I didn't really know that I would grow such a passion for it as an adult. As a child, I knew that I wanted to do hair because it was something that to me was fun to do. I enjoyed doing things on my own hair, different styles of my own hair that made me look pretty. I enjoyed doing different styles on my sister's hair that made them look pretty. Like, it was just a fulfillment and an enjoyment that came with it as a child. I remember being in the 3rd grade and I would do my own hair. I promise you guys, like, ever since I was in the 3rd grade, and I was 8 years old at the time, I literally started doing my own hair. I don't think my mom did my hair anymore after that, unless it was like for a picture day or something like that. But outside of that, I was doing my own hair, baby, at the age of 8 years old. So as I've gotten older and, more seasoned in the business, I just grew a real passion for it. And the enjoyment that I get out of making women feel good when they leave my salon, that's unmatched. The other thing is I grew a love for maintaining and caring for the health of hair. It's not just about doing hair for me. It's not just about making money, but it's also about maintaining the integrity and the health of natural hair, whether it's a woman's hair or a man's hair, because at the end of the day, it's not just women that need to take care of their hair, but men need to take care of their hair too. So when did I become a licensed cosmetologist? I became a licensed cosmetologist in the year of 2000. But I went to school to become a licensed cosmetologist in 1993. Yes, I procrastinated on taking my test to get my license for 7 whole years. It took me 7 years to go and get my license because, believe it or not, after I graduated from hair school, I worked at home in my house, in my apartment in New York City. And when I tell you guys, I was busy. Like, I used to be doing hair till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And eventually I got burned out. And guess what? I stopped doing hair. Can y'all believe that? At that time in my life, I realized that I'm burnt out. I don't want to do this anymore. Y'all wasn't ready for that, right? How can a person who is so passionate about doing this career or being in this type of career, so driven by it and knowing that they wanted to do this since they were in kindergarten, all of a sudden just stop? And I stopped doing hair for about 3 years, believe it or not. And I went to work on Wall Street at a brokerage firm. And then after 3 years of doing that, I realized I didn't want to work for anyone. And I said to myself, I said, self, you have a skill. Go get your license and get back into the salon and get back to what God has ordained for you to do. And that is take care of women and men also, because I do men hair as well. Take care of hair in general. Go get your license and take care of these men and women, their hair on their head. Make people look beautiful. Get back to your passion. Get back to your goal. Get back to your vision. Get back to what it is that you love to do. So that's what I did. I took my test. After 7 years of not being in school, I went to my school that I got my 1,000 hours from, because in New York City you only need 1,000 hours. Went back to school and got a refresher on the state board exam. My instructors were very helpful. They allowed me to come to the school and do a couple of drills. I had to borrow a cosmetology book from one of my old classmates that I went to school with. I had got rid of my book. I wish I would never got rid of the book now. When I think back on it, one of my old classmates let me use her book. I studied the theory portion, which is the written part of the exam. And the first time I took the test, I passed both the first time that I took the test. And that is when I became licensed. That was in 2000. I got my license in New York State, like I said, in the year of 2000. After that, I became licensed a few years later, maybe like 3 or 4 years later. I acquired my cosmetology license in the state of Georgia. I also acquired my license in the state of North Carolina. And in addition to those 2 cosmetology licenses in the state of Georgia and the state of North Carolina, I acquired my cosmetology instructor's license in the state of Georgia, and North Carolina as well. So that is it in a nutshell. So how long I've been licensed? I've been licensed now for 23 years. Yeah, and I've been a licensed cosmetologist for all this time and doing hair for more than 23 years. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I've been actually doing hair for 30 years. Can y'all believe that? Like, it's such a passion and a fulfillment doing what I do. Like, I get so much fulfillment out of it. I wouldn't change my career for nothing in the world. I always say, and I'm sure you guys heard this saying, but if you love what you do, it doesn't feel like a job. And I've gained a newfound passion for this field, and that is teaching cosmetology. So I get a fulfillment out of teaching cosmetology because I'm able to pour everything that's in me into my students. And I have to say that they truly appreciate me for that. I get so many compliments from my students in terms of how I teach the material to them and how much passion I display when I'm teaching the material to them. And it makes me feel so elated. I'm so elated by what they say, because that tells me that I'm doing my job. That tells me that I'm not just there teaching a course, but I'm actually sharing my real life experiences, my passion, and everything with them in the class. And those are the things that I know they appreciate from me. But I can go on and on and on about this topic, and I'm not going to bore you guys to death with a 20-minute long video. We're already almost at 15 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. But before we get out of here, make sure you do me a favor and you hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell next to it, comment, share, and thumbs up this video. Also, leave me a comment in the comment section letting me know, what is your career? Are you passionate about it? Are you fulfilling a dream that you've had from a long time ago, from when you were a child, or just anything that you've always wanted to do? Are you living in that right now? Are you fulfilling your God-given talents or your dreams, or just are you doing what you're passionate about? Because again, like I said, if you're doing what you're passionate about, it doesn't feel like work. Okay? So remember, hair is your glory. Until next time, peace. Bye, guys.